well. All right, let's just take a look at the basic geography and how geography shaped life in ancient Greece. First of all, you got three categories here: the sea, the land, and climate. Starting off with the sea, we're going to see that they lived not on a land, but around a sea. That's important if you understand that transportation and trade routes were mostly by water. So a lot of times when people consider ancient Greece, they consider the Greek peninsula, the land. But in fact, most of the Greek societies surrounded the Aegean Sea. So really you need to think about it as surrounding a sea as opposed to being on land. So let's take a look at the land. The land is pretty mountainous. Three-fourths is covered by rugged mountains. Those mountains made it difficult to unite independent city-states. So as we'll see, there's a lot of independent city-states throughout the Greek peninsula and around the Aegean Sea, and it's difficult to unite them because the terrain was so rugged. And then we've got the climate, and basically you got 48 degrees in winter and 80 degrees in summer. So it's sort of a Mediterranean climate is how we might think about it. It's fairly moderate temperature and it's supported an outdoor life. So people basically could do agriculture, they could farm. There wasn't a large degree of having to worry about winter climates and snow and things of that nature. So what is a polis? This is a term that we need to define. Basically, it's a city-state. And a city-state, or the polis, was the fundamental political unit of Greece about 750 BC. And as this map shows, you can see that throughout the Greek peninsula and around the Aegean Sea, there are many different city-states. As opposed to a country or one place that's sort of united, each city was in fact a state unto itself. And most of these city-states had their own gods, they had their own armies, they traded with each other, and sometimes they allied with each other. But in fact, each state was independent from other states. And this map is actually pretty interesting. Not only does it show you where those states are, but it gives you a pretty good cross-section of topography. So if you look at the topographic features that spread from about east in Athens across the what we call the Peloponnesus, that's that peninsula at the bottom here, across west, you can see what the terrain was like. Again, the mountains were pretty rugged, and again, that sort of topography segregated people from different city-states, so that may be one contributing factor why many of these city-states never united into one sort of country. All right, now most of these city-states had fewer than 20,000 residents. So they weren't large cities like we might think of today with millions of people. But again, each city-state was sort of a country unto itself. So 20,000 residents would be sort of the amount of people that you might find living in Athens at, say, the height of its power. And this is a picture that sort of depicts what ancient Athens and the Acropolis might have looked like at one point.